Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another counter side video. Alright, today we're going to do something different. Today I'm going to be focusing on the ships, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, hey GuitarRock, what would be the best ship to build? Because maybe you come here, you want to find a new ship to build right now because you're looking to upgrade your ship collection. Now, in terms of the SSR ships, right, we have New Ohio Lake Superior, Gleipnir Armor Type, Kamizumi, and Gleipnir Port Type. These are the SSRs that we have currently right now in the game. So there's actually one more ship that's way better, way stronger. The first SSR ship that you want to obtain is Enterprise. Alright, so Enterprise is the best ship. Probably you have heard Enterprise this, Enterprise that, Enterprise whatever. You probably have heard of this name before if you played through the story. Alright, why is this ship so good? First of all, it's being used everywhere. PvP, PvE, and content. Alright, you're going to use Enterprise a lot. Enterprise is just insane. If you can only craft one ship, I would highly recommend to not craft any of these, but to go for Enterprise instead. Alright, so ships can be really pricey to craft, like as you can see right here. It costs 1 million gold credits, it costs 100 special ship schematics, and it costs 50 of the required supply thing, right? So in this case, let's say for Lake Superior armored ship, you will need this. And for assault ship, you will need this, right? So it's just something that's incredibly rare. You ideally don't want to waste them too much. But of course, having multiple ships can give you an advantage, right? Because in PvP, some ships are bad. So let's talk about Enterprise and why it's so good. Now, this ship has an incredible passive, alright? It has a passive which increases the attack power, alright, of counter and machine characters by 12%. So that's just the attack, and also hit by 25%. So it counters a lot of evasion ships, and also it has an active skill that reduces enemies' evasion by 50%. Alright, it's just incredible. The ultimate skill reduces enemies' attack power and defense by 30%. So this will allow you to kill the enemy really quickly. Alright, defense reduction by 30% is a lot, and they cannot dodge. So you can see how that goes, right? You're countering a lot of units. Those units that have high evasion, you're countering them. Those units that are tanky, you're countering them as well. It just allows all your characters to deal a lot of damage, and it gives you a lot of firepower to kill them faster. Now again, if you can't craft Enterprise, or if you don't feel like waiting for Enterprise, what would be the best ship afterwards? Alright, Enterprise is no doubt the best ship for SSR, the best ship in the game, definitely. So there are 3 more ships that you can consider for SSR. Alright, if you don't like Enterprise. Number 1 is Coffin 6. Coffin 6 is not available to us yet, right now. But Coffin 6 is incredible. It's a skill that favors mech units if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. And later on, it will be very, very strong when certain units are being released, right? If you use counter, I don't think this is a ship for you. Again, I'm not too sure if, I'm not 100% sure if specifically targets mechs only. Now, the next best ship besides Coffin 6, like I mentioned, is also Lake Superior and Kamizumi. Now, we do have access to both of these ships right now. And if you're looking to build a ship that is not the best, but the second best, you don't think you want to wait for Enterprise because we have no idea when Enterprise will come. Apparently in Korea server, Enterprise will be available to craft after episode 5 is available. After you clear episode 5, you can have that option. So right now, if you can see, if you go to the story, we are only up to episode 4. There's no episode 5 yet. So we don't know when episode 5 will come. So once episode 5 comes, complete all the way, finish the entire story, then you'll have the ability to craft Enterprise. So let's talk about Lake Superior and Kamizumi and which one is better in general, right? So in terms of Lake Superior, we can have a look at this guy's skill. Alright, this guy has insane skill for sure. Now the passive skill is very good, remarkably decreases damage taken for ally units on the field. This is something that is really insane. It makes your characters tankier for sure. Alright, it's more of a defensive play, but I can see this being good in almost every situation as well. Alright, and then we have an active skill, cast an improved phase barrier around itself and allies. So this barrier equals 15% of target's max HP, lasts for 10 seconds. And what makes this skill very good is not this portion, but the next portion of this skill, which grants immunity to hit stun from special or lower skill for its duration. Now, immunity to stun is something that's incredible and something that's really, really invaluable. Alright, having something like this will definitely make your character, they can still cast their skills. They are not just getting perma stunned by the enemy. So having a defensive skill like this is what makes this particular ship crazy or insane, right? So active skill, one more, which is the last one. So cast 2 high face power barriers that inflict damage. So these barriers move and hurt enemies along the way and then explode, levitating the enemies with AoE damage. Temporarily decreases allies damage taken by 12%. Again, more damage reduction right here, which is crazy. It helps your characters survive. Now, if you are a Titan abuser, an Esterosa abuser, this ship is insane. Alright, having a lot of damage reduction, that means that your characters, like in general, your tanks are going to be tankier. Like, it's just insane. Like, even if you have something like Irie or Ryan, they're going to be insanely good with this ship for sure. So now let's have a look at Kamizumi. What makes Kamizumi strong, right? So besides the move range, as you can see, so this is much more of an offensive ship for sure. Remarkably increases crit and crit damage for ally units on the field. Okay, so the active skill, as you can see, randomly removes one non-permanent buff and continuously pulls surrounding enemies for 8 seconds while doing AoE damage. Now this is crazy. If you have fought Kamizumi before, the skill basically pulls you in that area and the targets all will lose 30% of attack speed for 6 seconds. It's not too long, but it's still kind of annoying. 30% attack speed loss can be really off-putting for sure. Alright, if you look at the active skill, Airburst Cannon right here, alright, cause damage and severe knockback to enemies in a broad area, levitating them. So this one has a huge knockback, which is again really good. Now, as you can see, if you are willing to upgrade all the way, right, skill haste plus 15%. Insane. Alright, so this Kamizumi ship is certainly more favorable towards the offensive side of things. Now, of course, I do think that for most players, in most cases, you should be waiting for Enterprise. Alright, Enterprise will be coming, I'm not sure when, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months. Alright, but again, if you're someone who particularly plays hardcore in PvP and stuff like that, I would say build either one of Lake Superior or Kamizumi for the time being and just hope for the best. You know, when Enterprise comes, we don't know when, you can build on that ship. But for now, if you want to focus in PvP, Kamizumi and Lake Superior is probably the best bet. Now, the second best option, if you don't want to build either one of these two ships, a ship that a lot of people have been telling me that's really good is Stella. Not gonna lie, it looks a bit weird. It looks like a satellite rather than a ship. But I know it has a pretty good range right here. Alright, so let's look at this ship's skill. Okay, so remarkably increases attack speed for ally units on the field, generates enhanced artificial lightning in a selected area, inflicts great damage on all enemies within range, stuns the targets for 2 seconds. This is very annoying. Alright, having a skill that stuns the target, the enemy, is just crazy. Alright, and the active skill creates a lasting artificial lightning zone within a selected area, inflicts DOT damage on all the enemies within range, and also makes the enemies lose 50% of their attack speed. Alright, you can see it's just crazy. Now, definitely, if you do not intend to build one of the ships that I mentioned, which is either Lake Superior or Kamizumi. Now, these two ships, SSR ships are just really expensive. You can see the materials needed, they're just insanely expensive. And I can understand that if, most players would prefer to save for Enterprise instead. Yeah, if you do not intend to build any SSR ship, you want to save your materials. Enterprise, I would say Stella is probably the best one out of all of these ships right here. So with that being said, I am going to construct myself a Stella. Hopefully this ship can last me for a while. Again, I don't really like the looks of this ship, but hey, it has awesome skills. And I want to try to perform in PvP as well. So let's go, Stella. Alright guys, so with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video and I hope this will answer your questions regarding which are the best ships to build for the time being. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Would love to hear your thoughts regarding the Stella or Enterprise or any of the SSR ships right now. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.